Yeah, wake up.
Wake up.
Wake up,
Good
Hey,
morning.
why don't you put on a little,
Jesse.
maybe if you want to.
Swear to God.
Hmm.
You know.
Where to God? Where God?
Jesse,
feel
word of God.
I
Where to
said
God at?
swear.
I don't think so.
I for sure did. Like, I
All right.
formed the words with my mouth. I would think I would know.
Time will tell. Even if you did, the edit won't make it sound like you didn't.
Great. Hey, welcome to the show, everybody. This is the Sleepy Idiots Club, and you're a part of it. I'm one of your hosts, Felicia. You can find me at Felicia3 on Twitter, Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky. I think that's all of them.
Hi, I'm one of your hosts, Beth. You can find me on Twitter and Blue Sky at Beth Mosdeff or Instagram at Beth D. Bush.
Hi, I'm Jesse. You can find me at outbynight.com on Blue Sky.
And like I said, we're the Sleepy Idiots Club. Our website is www.idiots.fm. There's a link to our Discord on that website where you can meet and chat with fellow idiots and suggest things for us to watch or ask us questions. You can also follow us on Twitter at Sleepy Idiots. And if you're feeling nice, go ahead and rate us at podchaser.com or Apple Podcasts.
Yeah.
Hey, Felicia.
Hey, Jesse.
Hey, Beth. What's going on?
Hey.
Oh, it's Felicia first.
Yeah, you can't just
Yeah,
tell
I know.
us both the...
There's no, I haven't figured this out since Beth joined the show. I don't know how to do it.
I think we generally know the order we usually talk in.
Yeah.
That's true.
I don't have a whole lot going on.
You made pumpkins.
I made pumpkins. I
Yeah.
started them a long time ago, but they just became a very hefty project. So I just kind of finished them over the weekend and put them up for sale. And lots of my friends were nice and supportive and bought one or two. And I have, I think, 8 left out of
hell yeah.
17, which is real nice.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't think that I will do it again for some time, but maybe in the future. So that was nice, and I've had fun packaging them and getting them ready to go out.
Oh, hey, real quick.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I saw that you had started a fire somehow. How's that work?
So on the packages that I'm sending out, they're in those little like plastic bubble mailer envelopes.
Uh-huh.
And I have a wax seal kit. So I had been putting little wax seals on all of them. And the stand for it's like a little set. So you've got like the tea light, a little stand that goes on top of the tea light, and then the like little spoon that you put the wax melts in that sits on top of the stand. And for some reason, they just thought it would be a good idea to make the stand out of wood. So I lit the tea light, put the stand on the tea light, and then put the little scoop thing. And I've never had an issue with it, but I think it was like a little breezy. And I was like doing other stuff, and I was like smelling something, and I was like, that is not just the wax melting. And I looked, and the stand was starting to catch on fire.
Oh no.
Jesus Christ.
So yeah, I did start a small fire.
Well, tis the season for a little fire pit in your house.
Yeah, and
Take
I'm
into
gonna
account air.
I'm gonna chalk that up to a design flaw and say
Yeah.
it's not my fault.
No.
And yeah, luckily it was just a matter of blowing it out. Other than that, I really haven't done a goddamn thing.
Hell yeah.
Oh, actually, that's not true. I did one thing. I went yesterday. I tried to go for a little like stem the existential dread trip and like look at Halloween stuff. And I started with World Market because our friend and fellow host Beth was just there and found a cool mug. So they had some cute stuff. I got a couple little things, but didn't find like the jackpot of Halloween items I was hoping for. Then I went to Target and they had fuck all.
Well.
And it's because I always say this, but seriously, my town is so behind the times in literally everything. And like, they still have all their back to school stuff out, which is where the Halloween stuff will go next.
And it's weird.
The school has been back.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was a bit disappointing.
When did your guys' school start? Mine always started like first week of September.
Yeah, mine did too, but I feel like it's getting earlier and earlier. It was like
Yeah.
mid-August for the kids this year.
We might have had some August starts. I don't remember. Block it out.
I think it's like August for my hometown now too. I wonder why they did that.
I always just remember getting a solid 3 months off.
Yeah.
But also, I live in California and we never have snow days. So I know that can like extend a school year.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, we have a lot of hurricane
Snow days. Snow days were my favorite, and our county would like call a snow day off of some frivolous shit, so we would get a lot of them every year.
Must be nice.
That's pretty nice, and I just skipped the rest, so it was cool.
Anyway,
Never
yeah,
go to
that's all
school.
I did.
I had a big family weekend, a lot of family stuff. My mom's birthday was this weekend, so we did dinner with her and I and Skylar, and then we had another lunch with her and 2 of my cousins, and then also my great nephew was baptized this Sunday, so we went to mass, which I haven't been to church in a very long time. I felt like weird anxiety about it, I guess, just because it's been a long time.
Yeah.
Mass, that feels like the churchiest of churches.
Yeah, I don't know. It was fine. It's our little church, like our little local church by where I live, so it was small, and I feel like the attendance is getting smaller, so it was like chill. But
That's cool.
yeah, it was cool. It was fine. It was completely fine, which is all I could have hoped for. And then we had like a little gathering after, and then yeah, that was kind of it. Kind of just a family time. And I did go to World Market and stuff like Felicia. Also Home Goods. They had a ton of Halloween stuff too, but I was mostly just looking for little gifties for my mom.
What's Home Goods?
So like TJ Maxx and Marshalls, their third thing, I think the only other one is Home Goods. It's like all the same company, but that one just specializes in like home decor and
that
stuff.
fell off a truck. that's what I think of when I think of Marshalls.
Marshalls is like the most ghetto of the 3, and then TJ Maxx can be nice depending on what town it's in.
Yeah.
Some podcast I was listening to was talking about Marshalls, how they like stock their store, and it's apparently they just buy these giant piles of shit that you have no clue what's in it.
Oh yeah,
and it's all like the rechecks.
That's why it's cheaper, because they're just buying like overstock from other places.
So is it like the same thing for Home Goods?
Basically, but I don't know, they have good stuff. I mean, like I wouldn't necessarily buy all the like food and stuff like that. That's kind of like where it's a little sketch to me, but
yeah,
most of it's good. I have some very comfy couch pillows that I've gotten there before, and so when we went this time, I got 2 more. Pretty big fan of those. Real comf.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't care. I love a deal.
World Market was like more they had some good deals, but I feel like they were a little more hoity-toity than I remember them being.
Oh yeah.
Like you're I don't know if they're a discount store, but they're like I don't know, not a luxury store.
They're a cost plus.
Yeah.
Whatever that's all about.
Deals immediately make me skeptical.
We're just trying to fill a hole that Bed Bath and Beyond left.
I'm like, what's going on with this deal? Why is it a deal all of a sudden?
Why is it less money? I want to spend the most money.
Add more money to that and I'll buy it.
That was all you did?
That was it.
Damn, we're boring.
Listen.
What'd you do?
I designed a pillow.
What?
So you know that pillow I got where I filled it with like millet holes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or they filled it with millet holes, to be fair.
Sure.
Pillow. The weirdest pillow I've ever heard of.
So I scooped out the requisite amount of millet holes to make it comfortable for me.
Okay.
But I was running into this problem where the millet holes would like shift to one side of the pillow or the other. So I bought some memory foam off of Amazon and like put memory foam in there and mixed it all in with the millet holes. And that shit's banging now.
Inside of that pillow. It's a fucking nightmare.
It's a Frankenstein pillow.
It is. And I'm thinking about going national.
I'm just concerned that when that pillow starts to get a little bit worn down, the millet is just going to start pouring out of it. You're going to be
No.
finding little bits of millet everywhere.
No, the way that it works is it's like an outer case with a zip, and you unzip it, and then there's an inner case with a zip too. So it's got like 2 layers of pillow, and then
But
a
millet
nice
is like
feeling.
pokey.
Not really.
Maybe they find grounded enough, but just from like the bird feed that I have experienced, it's
But
not
it's
the
the
most
hulls.
pleasant sensation.
It's the hulls. Yeah, they're grounded. It's like grounded hulls. They're not pokey at all. They smell a little nutty,
Yeah.
and that's supposed to go away after a while. Beth loves my pillow story.
So
I
silly.
just
What's silly about it? I just found it.
Millet
No,
is the
no.
silly thing about it.
I was doing Reddit research, and they were like, "This pillow rules," and I agree. Except all the shit was going to one side or the other, and I had to do something.
It's very 1800s for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah. Sire, rest your head upon the finest millet in the land.
Dude, I've tried so many types of pillows. There's like these purple pillows with memory foam
Mhm.
that were too big. Like I like to just use one pillow if I can,
Yeah.
but I could never get it in the right position. This one I can get in the right position, but it was like fucking, I would go to turn around at night and all the fucking millet would be on one side of the thing. And I have to readjust it, but I fixed it. Now it's fucking great. It's a half and half.
I mean, I also have issues finding good pillows because I have neck issues, but I'm not
Yeah.
desperate enough for millet yet. I don't want to fucking deal with it. It weirds me out to know that there's something that could potentially make a huge mess just under my head at any given time.
Yeah, but it's like double sealed in there.
I don't believe it. I
It
don't
got
believe
2
it's secure
case.
enough.
It got 2 case. It's never gonna get out.
All right, talk to me next year when there's millet in your bed.
It'll never get out. Why are pillows so expensive?
It's
I
very
don't know.
stupid.
Like, I always buy good pillows because I think that's something you should spend money on.
That's what they're
Because
banking
it's
on.
because it's like everything.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Sleep is everything. So, but I keep buying these expensive pillows and they're never right. And I cannot tell why they're so fucking expensive. I guess you're right. That's what they're banking on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start a pillow company.
Okay.
That's it. Hey, what did we watch last week?
I don't think that I really watched much on my own. I did watch a bunch more Would I Lie to You, and I'm like telling everybody about it, and everyone I've told about it is like, oh yeah, I know, I've been watching. So I guess I'm the last to know.
Miriam and I watched an episode of that. It was funny.
Yeah, Skylar and I watched a couple.
Hell yeah. I'm excited to go back and watch Taskmaster after I'm done with it, so I know who everybody is.
Oh, that's fun.
Oh yeah, I bet there is a lot of crossover.
Oh yeah. Other than that, I intended to watch a couple of movies. I sent Jesse a couple that I want to watch because I got kind of stuck down this rabbit hole. I deeply, deeply love the Stakeland movies, and the composer for the first one is a guy named Jeff Grace. And I love the soundtrack so much. I have it and listen to it sometimes at work because it's like just instrumental music. I have a lot of horror soundtracks that I listen to at work because it's just instrumental.
Yeah.
But it always makes me so emotional. But I looked up other things that he's been a composer for and found a bunch of movies that looked like super up my alley, and it's kind of like the same writer director team that did Stakeland, at least for some of them. So I fully intend to go down a rabbit hole of movies that are just that this composer is involved with, which I've not done before. But hopefully we'll have some more random horror nights in the future where we can do that.
Yeah, I'd be down to watch those.
Oh yeah.
I think you told me about 2 of them.
Yeah, I sent you 2 of them. One of them is a Larry Fessenden joint, and I think the other one had to do with like being frozen, or like being trapped in ice or something. So probably not for Beth.
Yeah. We still gotta watch that Leo Bear one.
Leo Bear?
What?
Yeah, where he has to jump in a bear. What? It's all cold and shit. I
Oh,
can't
The
remember the name.
Revenant.
Thank you, The Revenant.
Oh.
I was like, who's Leo Bear?
Yeah, I didn't place you at Leo DiCaprio.
What other Leo would I mean?
You said Leo Bear.
Like it was someone's name.
No. I'm sorry. Yeah, Leo DiCaprio.
DiCaprio Bear.
DiCaprio Bear.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, that's all I did on my own.
Yeah, so Skylar and I watched a couple episodes of the Would I Lie to You. I think we're gonna continue for sure. It was very funny.
Yay.
Yeah.
And then I didn't watch a ton of other stuff that wasn't with you guys, but I did watch quite a bit of Gilmore Girls and Charmed today.
Ooh.
Little fall time watches.
Yeah, I haven't seen Charmed in a very long time.
Dude, it's funny. Gilmore
love
Girls
it.
takes place in all seasons, but it really does feel like it fits fall the
It
most.
does.
The same thing
yeah.
with Charmed. Like it feels the same way. I don't know why. It's just cozy.
Yeah.
And I think fall
Yeah,
is
it's
cozy.
true.
That's
Yeah.
like the correlation.
Does
Yeah,
Gilmore Girls take place in multiple seasons?
Yeah.
I only think of it as fall.
It takes place in multiple seasons because they always have different like holiday events going on in the town. There's a lot
right.
of
Yeah, they
winter
have Christmas.
ones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Christmas with her mom and stuff. I
Yeah.
remember.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
I should watch Gilmore Girls again too.
I've watched
Do
it
it.
so many times, but now that is making me want to start it.
Well,
It's
I
a good
like.
show.
I think I watched some of it last fall, and then I just picked up wherever I left off on Netflix, which was in season 3, so I wouldn't like just restart it again. And so that's where I'm at. But that was it.
Miriam and I watched Past Lives,
What's
which
What
is
is
a A24 film.
Oh, no,
What are you
carry,
gonna say?
carry on. I feel like I had the vaguest hint of recognition, and then I didn't.
Yeah. Like I remember after it ran through the festivals and like its theatrical run, it was very like critically acclaimed. So I wanted to watch it. It was pretty good. It's a romance kind of drama about this Korean couple that meets when they're kids, and then they like go on a date, and then the girl immigrates to the US and she's a writer and like ambitious and stuff. And it's just about how their lives kind of orbit around each other.
That's cool.
It's just a cool story. It's not like groundbreaking on
Yeah.
any level.
But I imagine well done because it's A24.
Yeah, it's well done.
Hmm.
And it seriously got every podcast I listened to was like, this is the best movie of the year. I don't know about that, but it was good.
What has been the best movie of the year? I guess Barbie.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to think it's Oppenheimer, but I haven't had a chance to see it yet.
By the way, Barbie comes out to streaming, I think, next week.
Ooh,
Oh wow.
that's Beth's pick.
What, Barbie?
That's not actually Beth's pick. That, if
Don't-
Beth
don't
wants to
put that
pick it,
on
that's
Beth.
what I meant is that's Beth's week to pick.
Oh,
Oh.
Beth can pick whatever the fuck she wants. I
I
don't care.
already pre-picked. I don't think
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
gonna change.
Hell yeah. Maybe we'll do a little friend
Bonus.
watchies.
we could
Oh,
do that.
friend.
Or I'll watch it with Miriam. I don't know if Miriam saw it or not. Anyway, we'll figure it out.
Neat.
We watched Mars Attacks in VR.
Yeah, I don't. Did we like? I feel like we didn't pay attention to it that much. So I don't particularly
fully.
remember plot.
The first half we paid a lot of attention to, and then Drew opened a can of soda really loud. And
Yes.
our friend Ryan was like, "What the hell, Drew?" And then Steve played a very obvious clip of a soda can opening, and
I wouldn't
Ryan
say
was
very obvious.
No, it was not very obvious.
it was
because
obvious to me.
It was obvious. Okay, it would have been if Drew's opening of a soda had not been as loud and obnoxious as it was.
Yes.
Because it just sounded like he was doing it again,
Yeah.
which is what we thought.
Steve was losing his mind laughing because I started laughing because I knew, and he knew that I knew, and nobody else knew.
I knew 3 in because like on the second one maybe you were laughing so much and you said Steve. I heard you say Steve, and then it started clicking in my head when I heard Steve giggling so much and not being like, "What the fuck, Drew?" and then I was like, "Okay," but no one
picked
else
up on
knows.
none of this.
Ryan
Yeah,
was
until
the last
7.
to figure it out, but I also didn't figure it out right away. Like I think so. Probably the first 3, I assumed were just Drew because he would do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I was
then
like, "He's just doing a bit."
Yeah, I think the 4th one, Jesse was like, "Oh, that was me," and I kind of thought, "Oh, maybe Jesse actually did get up and get a can of something just to participate in the bit."
Which I did eventually.
Which, yeah, you did. So not the wildest assumption.
No.
But then after that, I was like, oh, I get it.
Yeah, Ryan was not like, oh, I get it. Ryan was losing his shit at Drew. Like, Drew started playing into it too, I think around 3 or 4.
Drew did
Yeah,
like he
definitely.
picked it up immediately.
Yeah.
Which was like definitely added to it because he was just going along with the bit.
Ryan was convinced that Drew had like a table with 8 open sodas on it. Even
Ryan's like, Drew, what the fuck? What are you doing?
Yeah, it's like he was insulted on some level about what Drew was doing. But then it just turned into once Ryan figured it out, it just turned into a cacophony of just soda opening and like loud sipping.
And,
You
like
choking
ice
on your
clinking.
loud sipping.
Yeah, I definitely did choke on LaCroix.
Yeah, and then Jesse started actually opening cans of LaCroix. And then it turned into a bit where Steve was like, anybody want a drink? Anybody want anything? And then like Ryan would be like, yeah, can I have 9? And it'd just be like the sound of 9 cans opening. Dude, I know this doesn't sound that funny.
No, I think it still
It
sounds
was
funny.
so fucking we were dying. And yeah, that's I guess why I don't remember most of Mars Attacks.
Yeah, the whole second half of that movie was drowned out by cans opening.
Yes.
And sippy noises. Yeah, I never realized, like, I mean, you try to sip a LaCroix, it doesn't work. It's like, it gets down your throat too fast.
Yeah, it's very, very carbonated when you first open it.
Yeah, I definitely choked. We just did us watching Coraline 3D in VR.
Yeah, which was your first time seeing Coraline.
Yeah, I thought it was a musical for some reason. Like, I thought it was going to be like Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah. I thought it looked really, really cool in 3D. And I think it was like specially made to be that way. There were like scenes that I didn't remember from Coraline. And I watch it almost yearly around Halloween time, because it's a very fall vibey movie. So it was really cool to see it in 3D. And I think it was like, it just worked super well for the like stop motion-y thing.
It really made the house's butthole pop out of the screen.
Yes.
It looked pretty cool.
I'm not explaining that.
I think people that have seen Coraline will know.
Yeah, they'll just know what we mean by the house's butthole. Okay,
Actually,
I am explaining it. It's the door to the other universe.
Actually,
there's like a long tube.
Do you think it only looked like a butthole to us because of 3D?
No, because it's like it looks like a big slinky thing, or like one of those cat tubes that kind of folds out. So it was also like pulsating, and it was like pink.
Yeah, it's very rectum. Very.
Yeah, very butthole of it.
Oh, and Coraline said something about something being all bricked up.
She did, yeah. Well, because when she first opens the door, it is bricked over. So she's like, "Oh, it's all bricked up." We're like, "Oh no."
Now, did it come from Coraline, do you think?
I don't think.
That's the question.
Because what an
odd coincidence.
Yeah, but like that has nothing to do with erections. It's just a brick wall.
Yeah, but it's very specific, all bricked up.
I don't know where that came from.
No.
I don't know either.
Because I still think to this day that it sounds more like you're talking about being constipated.
I mean, it could. Yeah. Didn't we have a whole conversation about that?
We did, yeah. That's why I say still.
What were you saying, Beth?
I just said it could mean anything.
Oh, yeah. I guess so. Last night we watched a nightmare movie called The Rock of Fire Explosion in VR.
Wasn't that 2 nights ago? Or was it last night?
I think it was... Wait.
It wasn't last night. It was the night before. It's just that fresh in our minds because of how horrific it was.
Yeah. And the Labor Day's messing with me.
Yeah.
It was about the inventor of whack-a-mole, which they never... That's the crazy shit to me. They never mentioned that guy invented whack-a-mole.
No.
In this documentary about the Chuck E. Cheese animatronics before Chuck E. Cheese was a thing.
Yeah, I can't, for the life of me, remember what it was called. Something Pizza.
Oh, Showbiz
Pizza Show.
So it's like, the guy who invented those animatronics, but also it was also about the fans who are like obsessed with that
Yeah.
show and collecting those life-size animatronics that
And
are
if
still functional.
if you think
Mhm.
about the type of people that would do that, you're right. You just envision that in your head, and that's who was on the screen.
But then
Yeah.
also the inventor guy was just like this like 50-something guy clearly having a midlife crisis, like too tan, hot wife that's way younger than him, but also
Mhm.
like very bitter about his stuff being taken over by Chuck E. Cheese
Oh,
and
yeah.
like hanging on to the glory days for dear life.
Yeah, which he's still doing, by the way. He's still on YouTube, it seems.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it just got progressively more troubling because already those animatronics are fucking horrific. But they showed there was a really fast compilation, like a slideshow of images of other things he had created. And this dude was creating things with the intention of like marketing them to children.
Mm-hmm.
But like every single one of his inventions was so ridiculously upsetting to look at.
Yeah.
And the last one in that slideshow was a fucking clown that looked like if Big Bird and Ronald McDonald had a baby, but like it went to hell and came back.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it's no good.
it was such a jump scare. I legitimately screamed and it was real.
I heard it.
Very
It
funny.
was so like one of the most awful things I've ever seen, which of course Beth found and screenshotted, and
I did.
Steve has made it our group chat photo, so I have to see it like 12 times a day now.
I was watching the timestamp on the YouTube video of when it showed up.
Oh yeah, if you guys want to watch this, it's on YouTube.
Yeah.
I couldn't find it anywhere else. Steve was right. There's like it only exists on YouTube, this documentary. It was interesting though. I thought it was interesting.
Yeah.
And-
One of the
Interesting,
guys oh sorry.
Oh no, go ahead.
One of the guys has a museum that still has all that stuff in it, like 3 hours away from here. And I'm heavily considering. I don't know, but I feel
Was
like
he the one that was doing the dance with the kids? Because I would stay away from that
No,
one.
he was the one that had the tattoos on his back.
Oh.
One of Dopey.
Oh, right.
The other one of the animatronics.
That's right. Not good
Yeah.
work either.
No.
I mean, scary. I would never this would never be a solo trip for sure.
I hope not.
No.
It was like interesting and fairly upbeat until it got to the part where his business was like crumbling and they were all decayed. They started like falling
Oh,
apart
God,
and stuff, and
yeah.
that's
they
when
were
it got creepy.
deteriorating. Ugh.
Yeah, it was showing the factory like 20 years after, and some of them were just melting,
Yeah.
dripping onto the ground. Just, ugh.
There was like a pile of sludge, and he was like, "We haven't analyzed that yet. I don't know what it is."
Yeah,
Oh
just,
yeah.
like brown liquid on the ground. They were like, just watch that puddle. Ugh, like, why do you still own this building? It's clearly should be condemned.
I wonder how many more like documentaries like that Steve has up his sleeve, because I would watch all of them.
A considerable amount, I imagine.
Probably so.
Yeah.
I watched this thing called BS High on Max. It's a documentary about this football coach who invented a school and like talked a bunch of like 19 to 22 year olds to come play for his high school football thing that he invented. And it was just fake. It was a scam, but he got it on ESPN against the best high school team in the country, and they got annihilated.
Jesus.
And everybody was like, wait a minute. And this documentary is about that. It's this football coach, and I think he's a psychopath. And it's honestly one of the most interesting. Like, I think even if you don't give a shit
Yeah,
about sports,
I was
it's
just gonna
very
say
interesting.
I don't care about sports, but I'm interested in that.
It's incredibly interesting, and they give this guy all the rope to hang himself with, and he just does it over and
Oh, wow.
over and over. Like, he's one of those psychopaths that does not understand consequences. Yeah, but that documentary is about his whole grift, and it's very fucking good. I
Why
recommend
did
it.
he do it? Just
Hmm.
for like clout, or just to see if it would work?
Dude, I couldn't tell you. I don't know, because it's immediate that he's gonna get caught. Like, you immediately know this guy is gonna get caught because this is brazen and stupid.
And because there's a
Hmm.
documentary about it.
Yeah. Well, there is now.
Right.
Nobody knew what this school was until they got destroyed on ESPN. Like, I remember this game because first half, nobody gave a shit. Then Twitter found out. And then every eye in the sports world was on it because it was like clear what was happening. And then the documentary came after that.
So wild.
Yeah, it's insane. And it actually like a sad story for some of the kids. It's just a good documentary and do recommend it.
You know, the time for asking questions is right now.
We have a question from the Discord from Shannon.
Hell yeah.
Shannon joined specifically to ask this question. She says, this may be a repeat question. I don't think it is.
I don't think so.
Is there an actor or actress that you love so much you'll watch everything they've ever done? And I have an immediate answer.
What's your answer?
Robin Williams.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good answer.
One.
I think I did watch everything he was in, actually.
Yeah, that's also like a really good risk roll because I don't know that he's ever been in a movie that I was like, this is garbage.
Yeah.
When I was like a teenager and before Johnny Depp was problematic, I felt that way about him and I had like this goal to watch everything he's ever done. I did call that quits. But I feel like I still have a lot of these like Mads Mikkelsen, Dan Stevens, and I don't know about everything they've ever done necessarily, but like if I see that they're coming out with a new movie and they're in it, I'm like, I gotta, because I love them.
Yeah. What's your top Depp movie?
That's hard.
I think Miriam's is Shock a Lot, if I'm not mistaken.
You pronounce that like shock a lot.
Isn't that what it is?
I guess so, but it took me a minute to realize what you were talking about. Chocolat.
Chocolat.
I don't know. I do like that one a lot. I don't know. That's a really hard question. It might be Sleepy Hollow.
Yeah,
that's a good
that checks
one.
out.
Oh, we should watch that.
But there's so many that I love, and I'd be totally down to watch Sleepy Hollow.
We could do Sleepy Hollow for sure.
It's been a while.
What's yours, Beth?
Mine is Tom Hanks.
Oh, yeah.
Aww.
That's a good one, too. I think I've seen I've seen a lot of shit he's been in.
He's a pretty safe, good bet.
Both of yours have like such a good backlog of things. Like, again, I don't think any of them are just straight up trash. Whereas I think I have a lot of actors that I deeply, deeply love, but I know they've been in some hot garbage.
Yeah, but you just love to see them, and that's the point.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good question.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Oh, Brendan Fraser.
Oh, yeah.
Even though I don't want to watch The Whale.
You still haven't seen The Whale?
No.
All right, well, that's pretty good.
I feel like a good cast, like, no matter, not just necessarily one person, but, like, if it's quite a few people that I like, it'll get me to watch a movie that I wouldn't give a fuck about otherwise.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Yeah. Like Good Morning Vietnam with Robin Williams. I would have never watched that movie if he wasn't in it. He like completely makes that movie. We should watch it sometime because I think I think someone in the Discord requested it actually.
Cool.
We should
watch that sometime. It's a good one.
I'm very excited. Are you excited?
No.
Give me a second to edit. Maybe I'll say yes in a second.
Okay.
I forgot to look. Oh, My Big Fat Greek Wedding 3.
Yeah, are you excited about that?
Yeah, totally. I can't wait.
What's
happening? Maybe it's what's going to get me out of my house into a theater.
Imagine if that was the truth.
I want this. This is what I want.
I do too. I'm pretty sure Barbie is coming out, but I can't find the exact date, so you can edit that.
I would be excited about that.
Let me see.
I do want to see it. Maybe we can do a bonus or something.
Yeah.
If y'all are
like
down.
You said, we can also just watch it for fun.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I forget. I think it's relatively lengthy.
It'll probably be nice in VR.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Plus, I wanted to see if Miriam wanted to watch it. I forgot about all of this. We just talked about it, too.
The movie will be available to buy and watch online starting September 5th. So that's tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow as the crow flies. Yesterday for our listeners.
Hell yeah.
It's out for our listeners.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm excited about that then. I'm going to retcon. I'm excited about Barbie.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Good. Have fun editing that whole section.
I'm probably not going to edit it. I'll just leave it.
Yeah.
Hey, Felicia,
Hey.
Yeah.
what are we watching this week?
Well, as much as I want to change it to Sleepy Hollow now, what we're going to be watching is Bram Stoker's Dracula from 1992. I have extremely mixed feelings about this movie. I love the cast. I love the aesthetics. I love that it's like the purest adaptation of the book Dracula, which is one of my favorite books. But I very much hate that they added like a weird love story.
Yeah.
That made this into a drama romance category movie. So yeah, I hate that aspect, but I really like the rest of it. So we're gonna do that, and I think it'll be a nice lead into The Last Voyage of the Demeter, which I think is coming out real soon.
Nice.
Cool. Yeah, I like everybody in it. I love
Yeah.
Gary
Yeah.
Oldman a
Yeah.
lot. And Winona Ryder was like my mega crush when I was coming up.
Yeah, she's
As
a
a
good,
young-
I'd
as a
watch
young
all her
lad.
stuff.
Yeah,
The
that's a
fun
good one
thing
too.
though is that like both Winona Ryder and Keanu Reeves have zero place in this movie, but I still really like both of their roles.
I think they were dating at the time.
Whoa.
Probably. I think they were at least secretly in love.
Yeah. They were either dating at the time or they dated right after this.
Dude, everyone who had a movie with Keanu was like, oh, I was in love with it.
Yeah. He seems like that kind of guy.
Yeah.
Seems like a nice dude. That's it. That's the whole show.
That's the show, everybody.
We did it.
Wow.
We did it.
Let me play this music. I made this.
Yeah.
Wow.
Good job, bud.
Thanks. Hey, I made it.
Hey,
Yeah. No,
That's
yeah,
how
you
good it is.
mentioned that.
sorry, who made this?
That's me, Beth. I made it.
How'd you do that?
I took a bunch of samples and mashed them all together.
This is Jesse snoring and whistling.
Yep, I got
Really
Miriam to
snores like
record
that.
this. I have bad sleep apnea.
Jesse sleeps in one of those long caps.
Hell yeah, my whole life is a long cap.
And then, like, when you blow out the feather, it floats about, and then it goes to your mouth, and then you go, and then it floats again.
Yes.
Goodbye, everybody.